Hello, everyone, and welcome to our webinar. Today's topic is probably known to a few of you there if you're joining our webinar from the US. And with me today is Sebastian Richter. Welcome.
Thank you very much for your invitation.
Absolutely. It's so good to have you in the studio. This is actually your first full webinar.
Completely right.
Exactly.
That's my first webinar for the business unit connectors.
Right, but it will definitely not be your last because I've already convinced you to do a few more this year.
That's right.
Sounds good. Okay, let's jump right into it. Today's topic is, of course, TPE cables. And Sebastian, what is the goal of your webinar today?
So TPE, a North American standard, becomes a global one. And today we want to answer the questions, why TPE, what is TPE, and what do we have as Murrelektronik in our product range?
Excellent. Sounds good. And this is an overview of what we're going to be talking about today. So first, we'll talk about the differences of the mindsets from Europe and America. So we'll go into that quickly. And then we'll talk about UL listed versus recognized. What does it mean and what does it have to do with our cables? And then we will do an overview of our entire product range.
Correct.
Exactly. And then we'll give you a quick overview of all the article numbers we have and then show you some marketing documents. So today we have a couple terms that might be new to you. Sebastian, what does Mini A mean?
Mini A means that are our 7/8 connectors here in Europe. In the US, they say Mini A to this connector size.
Thanks. Good. And then also we'll talk a lot about tray cables. What are tray cables or where do you find those?
Tray cables are cables, or a tray is where you can use the cable to supply the machine or one machine to another machine with power, data, or signals.
Excellent. Yeah, and we have a picture that gives us a little better view on that a little bit later. Also in the bottom right-hand corner of your PowerPoint screen here, you'll see a gray bar, and that's the progress bar of our webinar. So it will slowly be reduced and show more white. And so when it's all white, then we are at the end of our webinar. And we have right now over 24 participants worldwide. Thank you guys so much for joining. And as you know, ask your questions at any time. Just type them into the chat and we will answer those as soon as we can. Okay, Sebastian, let's jump right into it. What is the general reason for TPE cables?
So we start with the mindset of the different countries. So we have the TPE, the US North American standard for a flexible cable, and we have the European countries with the PUR, the halogen-free cables. And that's why the US and the UL, they focus on the flame retardance. They want to avoid fire and also that the fire spreads without having a focus or a big focus on the toxic gases, which can be produced in case of fire. Here in Europe, we say, okay, our target is, of course, also to avoid fire, but we have also a focus on toxic gases.
Yep, and that's the difference here.
That's the difference here.
Okay, now tell us about the differences of the different industrial areas that you could find on a machine floor.
Yeah, here we can see a typical layout from industrial plant. So we have the direct machine area. So for this area, the NFPA 79 organization gives and defines the standards. It's the green marked area, and we have the blue marked area also. And this is the area where the NFPA 70 or the NEC defines the standards. And for the NFPA 70, they say, okay, only listed cables are allowed in this area.
Okay.
The NFPA 79 for the machine area is saying, okay, listed cables are allowed, but also recognized cables are allowed.
Okay, excellent. And so here we're going to get into what we have in the listed and recognized area. So let's at first take a look at the difference between the two.
Yeah, so we start with a recognized cable. And that means a customer has a special need. He has a special application and is saying, okay, I need this material, I need this, I have this temperature range, and the dimensions can be in whatever which size.
Okay.
Goes to the cable manufacturer and says, okay, the cable has to be fitting for my application with these properties. And then the cable manufacturer constructs this cable and goes directly to UL and saying, okay, this is the cable for this special application. And UL would test this cable according to this application.
Okay.
And there can be a default that there is a still existing AWM style, and the cable manufacturer can use this style.
Okay.
Or the UL will create a new AWM style, especially for this application.
Okay.
And so we have now a lot of different AWM styles, and this makes it very difficult for the UL inspector to give the approval and to see exactly, okay, is the cable the right one for this special application?
Right. And this in turn, of course, extends the approval time for the entire machine for our customers. And that's why this is really important to us.
Correct.
Okay. Tell us, oh yeah, listed cables.
Yeah, and now listed cables, that means that there are some special defined listed styles within UL, and you are allowed to produce and construct the cable according to this specific styles.
Okay.
And it makes it much more easier for the UL inspector, they are more familiar with the styles, to give the approval to the machine and to see, okay, is the cable the right one for this application?
Excellent. Now, what does Murrelektronik have in the recognized cable area? Which cable types are important there?
So we have our standard PUR, halogen-free cables. These are recognized cables. PUR in general stands for thermoplastic polyurethane.
Okay.
Means
TPU.
TPU. So we have for this cable different styles. It depends on if we speak about cable type 3, cable type 5, for example. Our cables are halogen-free. That means in case of fire, we won't have toxic gases. Okay. But also because of the construction and the material itself, we are not able to reach the highest flame retardance.
Right.
And that's why we meet only the NFPA 79 regulation. So, our cable is fine for machine tool builders. Okay. Definitely fine. You can use it. It's allowed. But when you go in the areas around the machine, so you would not have the approval from the UL.
So these cables, for example, cannot be used in the tray from Murrelektronik.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Now tell us what we have in the UL listed area. I think we can guess.
Yeah. And now, yeah, you can see listed cables are the classical TPE cables.
Yes.
So TPE stands for a thermoplastic elastomer. It's a PVC-based material, a special material. We have the UL listing on those cables, and we have also the highest flame retardance of the CSA FT4 because it contains halogen. Okay. So that means we can reach the flame retardance, but we have also toxic gases in case of fire. Exactly. But because of the flame retardance, we reach the requirements of the NFPA 79 and also of the NFPA 70. So it fits for both standards. Excellent. And also a big advantage is that the UL inspectors are familiar with the UL listed style. So they see it very fast, okay, the cable is the right one, and so it makes it easier for our customers on the machine tool builder side. Definitely. So this one you can use in all areas of a shop floor, for example. And there, of course, you'll see the logo for UL listed. On the previous slide, we had the logo for recognized cables, just to familiar yourself with those. So, and now you've brought a overview of the UL listed categories. So you can see here a table of the different categories, the listed categories. So we have the green marked ones in our product portfolio. That means, for example, a TZER cable stands for a tray cable. For a tray up to 600 volt, an exposed run. So that means you can directly go from the tray to the machine up to a special length without the protection for the cable. Then we have also an PLTC cable. It's a power limited tray cable for voltage up to 300 volt. Then we have an ITC cable up to 150 volt and so on. It depends on the product range we speak about. Excellent. Now here's only a handful of styles
Of course, Murrelektronik has cables for the areas that are circled in green. And all of these cables can be used, of course, both in the machine and around the machines.
Correct.
Very nice. Now you've brought a few more additional cable certifications, other qualities that are important in the TPE world on the next slide. Yeah.
So special for the TPEs, the properties is sunlight resistance. So a TPE has it as base material, has a good sunlight resistance, and also a good oil resistance. So
Excellent.
it's highly oil resistance.
Mm-hmm. Great. All right. So Sebastian, let's turn our presentation off quickly. It looks like we have a few questions here. What would you say the biggest advantage of TPE is?
So the biggest advantage is that you can have the NFPA and also NFPA 70 and also the NFPA 79 approval, and you can use the cables everywhere in the plant. And you have also only a handful of styles. It's a listed style, and the UL inspector is very familiar with this listed cables.
Absolutely.
So it makes it easier and faster to give the approval to the complete machine.
Definitely. So if you guys have any machines that are being shipped to North America or that need to be UL approved, this is a huge benefit that makes the whole release process of the machine go quicker.
Correct.
Okay, a couple questions. Do PUR cables also fulfill NFPA 70?
In general, not, but there are always exceptions. So
Okay.
of course there are some, but when we speak about the more electronic cables, we have to say no.
Okay, so
We
ours
have
do
to
not.
use the TPEs.
Okay. And the next question, is there a qualitative difference between recognized and listed?
You can't say a quality difference. You have to say there are other requirements.
Okay.
So our PUR cable is perfect. We have direct chain data. We have it's highly oil resistant also, and these are the requirements for the machine tool builder. So it's perfect. But when you go to the areas around the machine tool, you have other requirements.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
then you have to use the listed cables.
Okay, looks like we have a tip from one of our viewers about how you can bring up this topic with your customers. So the question to ask to the customer is, do you need some specific certification regarding toxic gases when the cables are on fire? Would that be?
Oh, I don't think so. That's the best question. The question is, do you sell your machines to North America?
Okay.
So do you want to have a faster way of approval your machine, to approve your machine? Or do you want to use the cables also outside the machine? So this could be the question.
So go in it from this direction then. Okay. Yes, regarding good. Okay, got it. All right, now let's jump back into our presentation and we are going to take you guys through what Murrelektronik has. So we will begin here with the sensor actuator cables.
Yeah, for the sensor actuator product range, we offer a gauge 18 cable and also a gauge 22 cable. We have the M12s as a male, female, straight angled, a 4, a 5-pole version, and also a 8-pole version. And a good thing is that we have also the complete product approval. So we have also a UL listed approval for our complete product. That means connector head plus cable itself.
Very nice. Now on the next slide, we have an overview of our cable qualities. And yeah.
So here you can see the imprint of the cable and also the approvals. So you can see the blue one. It stands for the listed type. So that means we have here a PLTC approval, power limited tray cable up to 300 volt, and also the ITC rating up to 150 volt. And we have also a recognized style, so where we can give some more information to the cable.
Very nice. Now we have another question that is actually a really good introduction to our next slide. The question is, this type of cable is a standard for GM and Ford. Have we made some progress with these companies?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah, it's a great question.
Yeah, our guys in the US, they did a great job.
Yeah.
And now we are in the Ford project book released with our products. And this is our chance that we can get more requests from the whole world.
Absolutely, because a lot of machine builders deliver to Ford, and if you have any machine builder delivering to Ford, it's a great topic to ask them about their cables because we're listed there.
Correctly. Perfect. So, and here you can see it. Yes, we have the release in the 4th project book.
Very nice. Okay, so now we will move on to our second product group program, and that is a 7/8 inch, also known as Mini A.
Yes, so here you can see a complete new product range, a new 7/8 connector series from 3 to 5 pole as male female version with a gauge 18 or 16 cable TPE, and also here we have the complete product listing.
Very
also
nice.
Those products are listed.
Okay, good. And the next slide, we have a cable qualities overview and what it means, all the printing on the cable.
So for the 7/8 Mini, you can see the TZER rating. It's a good rating, one of the highest. So you have a tray cable up to 600-volt trays, and you have the exposed run on the cable. So you can do a lot with this cable.
Very nice, good. And on the next slide, a little overview of the specs for this group.
Also here you can see the logo from Ford. So those products or these products are also released in the project book. And what you can see also is that we have for this product series also a PUR and a PVC cable available.
Nice, very good for the 7/8 inch. And we also have a compact available in German and English. If you guys need any more languages, just let us know. This compact is also now available to download directly from this webinar. So if you're sitting at your computer, you can go to the interface there on the right-hand side of your screen. You'll find the presentation and also this compact Mini 7/8 inch. Okay, good. Now let's move on to our third topic within the product program, Industrial Ethernet.
So yeah, we saw sensor actuator cables with a PVC cable. We saw the power series with the TPEs, and now we come to the Industrial Ethernet. Also for this product range, we have TPEs, of course.
Good.
So we have it for the Ethernet IP world, and we have it also for the Profinet world.
Yep, we'll talk about both of those.
So we have a teal cable, the blue one cable in a gauge 24 size, and we have also the Profinet cable in a gauge 22 size. So available are M12 connectors, male and female, and also RJ45 connectors as 4-pole and 8-pole version. And of course, we have the UL listed approval also for these products.
Excellent. Now, are these products shielded?
Yes. At the moment, we have the shielded versions, and we are working to have also the unshielded version.
Okay, but only the Industrial Ethernet cables are then shielded, not the sensor actuator or the 7/8 inch.
We speak about the Industrial Ethernet connectors.
Excellent. Okay.
So what you can see here is the Industrial Ethernet cable. This one is in gauge 22, and to this we have also the PLTC rating on the cable. That means you can go also with this cable into a tray. For the Ethernet IP versions, it's not allowed because of the cross section. It's too small. But those cables are also a listed cable, which makes it easier for the UL inspector.
Definitely, good. And here we have also brought with us the cable qualities overview on the next slide. There you can tell us a little bit about what the code on the cable means.
So we have here, we can see the blue one again, the CMX outdoor and the ITC PLTC rating. In general, the TPEs, they are sunlight resistant. Also, you can go outside the blend and can use this kind of cable.
Okay.
That's also possible.
Great. Very nice. And are these also listed in the Ford handbook?
Yes. We have the listing of the Ethernet IP versions. They are also listed. Okay. And we have it also for our Profinet.
Exactly.
Cables.
So on the next slide, you can see,
green ones.
Yeah, that we have it on Profinet.
Both types are listed.
Excellent. And we also have a compact available for you guys, Industrial Ethernet, that is also available in the downloads area of this webinar. And Sebastian, last but not least, do we have M12 Xcode?
I think so. So here you can see our versions. So we have a category 6A cable to our M12 Xcode connector. And the special thing of this cable, and it's really a good cable, we have a track chain cable available. So, and it's not easy to construct a track chain cable as a category 6A cable. And with the TPE, we have it now. So you can use this cable also for all other applications. When the customer is asking for a cable, a category 6A cable with an M12X coded connector, you can say, of course, yes, we have it.
Definitely. Now, Sebastian, where are these products produced?
We produce these products in Stolberg in Germany,
Okay.
and on the other side, also a lot of products in the US directly.
Okay. Very nice. So that's really good if you have customers that are either in Europe or in America, because we can deliver from both continents then.
Yeah,
most products. Good. Excellent. Okay. Now, the last few slides, we just want to run through quickly the available article numbers. So here's an overview for the sensor actuator cables.
Yes, you can see the configurations on the left side, the green marked side, and on the right side you find directly the fitting article numbers. You can go easily to your customer, you can say, okay, I need an M12 connector and male ones with open-ended cable, and here you can see the article number. You can go to your sales, inside sales, and type in the number, and you can order it.
Excellent. Now on the next slide, we also have a example of the products that are in the Ford handbook.
Yes, the green marked ones are in the Ford project book.
Great.
So you can see easily, okay, these items, these products are released in the Ford book. Yeah.
Good. The next slide shows Mini A or 7/8 inch.
Yeah, here we have the same, the configuration on the left side, and the green marked articles are the Ford articles.
Great. And then industrial Ethernet 4-pole is the next overview.
Yeah, you can see here the green marked is the Ford are the Ford articles, and the yellow marked articles are in process to have the SAP setup done.
Great, so those will be ready soon. Okay.
Correct.
And then we have 8-pole as well available.
The same. Green is Ford, yellow one we are working on, and the yellow ones, you can read it, it's the unshielded version.
Okay, good. So those
so
are
we
coming
speak
soon.
about the unshielded version. The shielded versions are already available.
Right.
But we are working on the unshielded ones.
Good. And second to last overview is the M12X coded.
The same procedure. We have the green marked and the yellow one. But you can see also here different types. You can see the receptacles. You can see the RG45 to RG45. So
yeah,
we have the complete range.
Excellent. And
available.
Available in stock, ready to go, and also accessories. Yeah, those are all released at Ford.
And also additional accessories. In the Ford project book, there are not only the products with cables, so there are additional products from Murrelektronik, and here you can see those additional products green marked also in the Ford project book.
Great. And this is an Excel sheet.
This is an Excel sheet, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, you guys, so now is your time to ask any questions. Go ahead and type those into the chat. We will be here for a little bit longer, and we can get to those. But first, I just want to give you an overview of the marketing info we have. I mentioned the Mini A, so the 7/8 inch compact and the industrial Ethernet compact are now available, and we will very soon have a compact for the sensor actuator cables available in German and English or whatever language you may need. That's coming very soon. Okay, Sebastian, looks like we have quite a few questions.
Yeah.
So I'd say let's turn off our presentation and let's jump right into those. I'm going to read you the first one. Is our offer somehow unique in the marketplace, or can we foresee tough competition for TPE? Of
course, there's also competition in the market, of course. So we have the Torque, we have, who else? We have Bread. So there are some competitors. When we speak for Europe, then we have to say, I think we are unique because we are producing the products here in Europe.
Okay.
And not buying it from North America and ship it to Europe.
So a lot of the European manufacturers don't have that.
Correct.
Okay, but in America, there's a big competitor.
Yes, of course, in America there is.
Okay, sounds good. The question is only yellow colors for the cable jacket. I think that was for 7/8 inch.
Not only yellow at the moment, yes.
Okay.
But we have also black, and we are working on to have also more colors. It depends also on the quantity you have.
Yeah.
The standard is the yellow ones. When you say, okay, your customer wants to have 10 kilometers of the black ones or whatever, we can do this. No problem.
Okay. Regarding the 7/8 inch for the GM body shop plants, do they know our product? How is our relationship with them?
I know we are working or we try to come into the GM. It's a target from the US,
Okay.
and they're working.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we have a good
To come into the
relationship
store.
there.
Yeah.
We have a great guy
Yeah.
on site who's working really hard to build that
It's
up.
the next goal.
Definitely. Okay. What does UL listed mean for the products exactly?
So it's the same we have for the cables.
Mhm.
That makes it much more easier for the UL inspector that he can go to the style, to our internal Murrelektronik number, and he can see, okay, this cable is a listed cable and this cable is tested at the UL side according to the application.
Right.
And they knows exactly, okay, this cable is for machine tooling, and knows, okay, it's okay, you can use this cable, everything is fine.
So he doesn't have to do
It's
any
clearly
other work.
defined.
Right. Very good. Okay. What does it mean when our products are listed in the Ford handbook for customers worldwide?
Yeah, it's a big opportunity for us. So
Mhm.
the machine tool builder producing or building the machines for Ford, they have it also, this
Yep.
book, and they have a look on it, and they can find now our products.
Definitely.
And they are allowed to use this product.
Absolutely. Of course, we're not the only ones listed in this book, but that means that you have a chance to go and remind your customers that we're in it, we have the products, and they are available.
Correct.
Wherever you're at. Okay. You can deliver the PET cable to the Middle East.
PETE.
Yeah.
TPE cable.
TPE, I hope. Yeah.
You can deliver
Yeah.
it.
We deliver to the Middle East as well. We have distributors
Why
there.
not? Yes, of course.
Yeah,
Why not?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Do we have an offer of an X-coded to decoded option for Ethernet IP?
Don't know exactly if we are working on it or if we have it already.
Okay.
It was in discussion.
Sounds good.
It's possible.
All right. We can maybe get this person more information after the webinar. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
we can do
good.
this.
How is our price compared with Turk and Molex?
We are on the same pricing level.
Okay.
So we defined it with the US.
Okay.
And we had the information with the pricing of Torque and Brett, and we are on the same level.
Great.
So, but in general, the TPEs are more expensive than the PUR versions.
Right.
So
has a little bit different
yeah.
qualities. Absolutely. Okay. We have information. X-coded to decoded adapter was developed, and here's the article number 342740. Thank you to our lovely viewer who has found that out. You guys are great, always supporting us too with your information.
Who wrote this?
I'll tell you later. Oh, Craig Fox. Thanks, Craig.
No.
That's great. He's one of our colleagues in the
Okay.
US, product manager.
Yeah, really?
Well, I'm telling the viewers. They might not know him. Okay, you guys. So that is all from us today. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's a pleasure to have all of you here today watching live from the webinar studio. And of course, a huge thank you to Sebastian for taking your day and doing webinars with us. So we wish you guys a great week, and we will see you next time here from the webinar studio.
Okay. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.